Hello everybody and welcome back to the Spice Rack. Over the last couple days I had the opportunity to play the playtest for Atomic Picnic. I only really found out about this game because I was watching a YouTube video by Asmongold and he said he was publishing this game, and I always have high hopes for games that are published by people who care about the game. Now I might not always agree on his takes, but he is very passionate about games, so that's why I decided to give it a try. So what is Atomic Picnic? Atomic Picnic is definitely a roguelike with a little bit of bullet hell flavor thrown in it. It's unique in its own way. If I had to compare it to another game, it would probably be Risk of Rain 2. Only in terms of combat though, not how you go to different worlds through each level and progress that way. Alright, so after you start your run, or going on your picnic as they call it in the game, your whole goal is to survive until you reach the boss and then kill the boss. So during your picnic, you'll level up by killing enough monsters and picking up the gems that they drop. Then at every level, you'll get to choose between 3 abilities, or curios, the fancy name for abilities in this game. Then further into the run, once you accumulate enough abilities or curios, they will give you the option to upgrade the curios. And these abilities get pretty wild. For example, there's a ghost that looks like the one from Mario Party circle around you, damaging all the enemies that come close to you. And then there's another one that's my favorite, is anytime you use your movement ability, it shoots bullets out in all directions. And it does pretty heavy damage, so it saves you in tight situations. Since I mentioned the movement ability, I gotta give the movement in this game some credit. So apparently in the first playtest, the movement felt rigid and unfun to play. Well, I can happily report that I didn't run into any of that here. The movement felt fun and fluid to use. My only complaint is that the cooldown is super long at the beginning. But that can slowly be solved by the meta progression. So during the run, you'll notice all these yellow crystals everywhere. Smash those by any means necessary, because these explode with the currency that allows you to upgrade yourself during this game, such as cooldowns, health, experience gained during runs, and a couple other things. The other way I gathered that meta progression works is by completing challenges that you can look at between runs. This allows you to unlock new characters, weapons, and I believe grenade slots. Now the playtest was fun, but it wasn't without its hiccups. The bugs were definitely present. Like when you're at your home base between the runs, there is no background music, so it was just weirdly quiet, and you heard yourself running around and just echoing footsteps. It really threw me off. The other major one that I saw was monsters were consistently clipping through the map. Now this was particularly shitty, because I saw an entire wave do this, and since you need to kill the monsters to level up, I lost out on a lot of experience, hindering me in the final fight with the boss. But that was definitely the worst of it. While playing, I didn't experience any stuttering, didn't experience any crashing, and my FPS held pretty firm around 244. So all in all, it seemed pretty well optimized. But that's hardly a surprise because the publisher is well known for calling that shit out online. The thing that really needs work on is balancing. There was a clear winner for curios and weapon choice. For me, the shotgun outdid everything else in the game, especially when it was coupled with explosive rounds. It just wrecked. And that's really surprising because there's a grenade launcher in this game, and it was by far the most underwhelming gun there was. The shotgun felt more like a grenade launcher with the explosive rounds. And for curios, the best one in my opinion was the dash that shot the bullets in all directions. Because for some reason, every time I used it, it just cleared the entire wave around me. And it felt really common in the drops when you level up. So there was a lot to learn and figure out about this playtest and about the game. But the biggest thing that still confuses me is the character choices. I don't know if I just didn't notice upon selecting a character, if they explained it at all. But as far as I can tell, they all played the same, and it didn't seem like there was any passives or anything like that. So I would assume they're just a placeholder for now. So I could definitely say my experience with the playtest was pretty fun. I'm really excited to see where this one goes. So as of right now, there's only 2 maps in the game, and they are both in the same biome. And since it was a playtest, you can only assume they have a bunch more on the back burner. This also probably holds true for the enemy variety. There was plenty for the first 2 maps, but I want to see so much more. So the playtest really made me want more of everything. More maps, more enemies, more weapons, and that's a good thing. Walking away feeling excited about the future of this game does really well for this company. And it's a great feeling to have at the end of testing out a game. So this game gave me major Sunset Overdrive vibes, especially with the art style. That being said, I have a wild suggestion. I would love for them to add some sort of hoverboard or hover skates into this game to already build upon their fluid movement. Just imagine doing a 360 no scope on a hoverboard and shooting one of these baddies in the face. I very much want this game to not take itself very seriously and lean into the humor factors. So the more crazy stuff they can add into this game, the better. That way it can stand out in a genre that's super saturated. Something like the Borderlands of roguelikes. If it manages to do that, and since it's going to be published by a major streamer, this game has every chance to be wildly popular. So I wanted to show you guys, before we ended the video, how awesome the explosive shotgun with the electric reload looked like. Hope you all enjoy the footage. So in my previous runs, getting to this point took me a lot longer, and dropping the boss's health took like 10 minutes compared to 3 here. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my takes on Atomic Picnic. It doesn't really have a release date yet because it's still under development, but look out for the next playtest. It was really fun. If you made it this far in the video, thank you, and please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to stay salty.